battle between Washington and Beijing at this time.
What about this divergence between what he and his defense secretary have said about the possibility of future war games with the South Koreans and the Japanese? Defense Secretary Mattis said there was no reason to cancel them. The president said, oh, it's pretty expensive and we might not want to do it. What does that say to North Korea?
Well, I think it sends mixed messaging. I think it undermines, actually, the U.S. Stance towards North Korea. It's vitally important, I think, that all branches of the executive branch are coordinating the messaging. And I think that General Mattis is absolutely right that in terms of U.S. military exercises, the United States must be prepared to implement those on an ongoing basis. They are vitally important to the long-term defense of South Korea. Any suggestion that there could be a long-term suspension of these exercises, I think, fundamentally undermines the security of South Korea, undermines the U.S.-South Korean position. And let's not forget that North Korea remains an absolutely deadly threat to South Korea. And being prepared to implement military exercises between the United States and South Korea, absolutely vital. I think the message sent by the Defense Secretary was absolutely the right one. We must be on our guard. We must be extremely vigilant. And so far, of course, since the Singapore summit, the North Koreans have not demonstrated any evidence whatsoever that they are prepared to denuclearize or that they are willing to reduce the military threat to South Korea.
That's why it seems so strange that the president seemed to take his foot off the gas in suggesting that he doesn't want to pursue any future war games with South Korea, because the North Koreans really hate those. They really don't like us getting together with other allies in the region. So why not keep the pressure on?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the idea of suspending military exercises between the United States and South Korea, this sends the wrong message, actually, and it has a lot of risks involved in that strategy. And it's absolutely vital, I think, that the United States increases the pressure, enhances the pressure on the North Korean regime. We have seen some backpedaling, I think, from the Trump administration over the past few months on the North Korean front. We need to see a significantly more aggressive posture being taken. The posture being taken by the United States with regard to Iran has been extremely strong and robust. We do need to see that approach matched, I think, on the North Korean front. And we need to see far more sanctions being implemented against the North Korean regimes and those who continue to do business with North Korea, including, of course, China and Russia.
We will continue to watch it very closely. Nile Gardiner, the director of the Thatcher Center at the Heritage Foundation.